guys? Welcome back. We are looking at Wonderwall by Oasis. Classic tune to learn. Just a heads up, if you want to match the recording, you're going to capo on fret 2. Alright, so we got quite a bit to go over. I'm going to try and minimize the scope of the work based on easy finger transitions, or chord transitions, smart fingerings. And as far as the rhythm is concerned, I'm going to give you basically like a template to follow and not think so specifically about down, up, up, down, up, down. It's just going to be too complicated for this one. So we will do a little bit of that, but then you can just, once you get the hang of it, you follow along with the recording and or listen to the recording at least, and you'll be able to feel that, because certainly that's a big chunk of what's happening as far as them putting the song together. So there are recurring rhythms, but there's a little bit of rhythmic improvisation there as well. So let's look at the chords. I actually want to start with the chorus, which is going to be the part, now maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me, that part, because it gives us a, like I said before, a little template to follow for the rhythm. And the you know, couple little rhythmic cells that keep recurring give us something to follow or create. You know, we can create rhythms based off of that, strum patterns based off of that. So for the chorus, we're starting with a C add 9 chord. So I'm going to make a little note. There are a lot of songs where you get these transitions where there's a finger that's staying on the fretboard the entire time. Most people will make that finger 3 in a situation like this. So if you like finger 3, use finger 3. It can work. It's not comfortable for my hand, and I think in general for most people's hands it's not going to work as well. Using the pinky will allow a lot more flexibility and dexterity in the hand. It's just that people don't like using the pinky because it's weak and it can't do as much as the other fingers. But if you use it, then you'll change that. So I'm going to use the pinky, but feel free to vary that up. So I'm going to give you my fingerings based on that. And for the most part, I'm holding it down the entire time, except for during the pre-chorus. I come off of it. All right, so our chords for the chorus are C add 9, so it's a 5-string chord. From string 5 to 1, it's fret 3, fret 2, open, and fret 3. And I'm just eliminating the first string on that one. So no 6th string, no 1st string. Then I go to an E minor 7. Going to hang on to that pinky. That middle finger is actually going to stay in place too. Lift the 3rd finger and put my 1st finger down on the 2nd fret, string 5. That's open, 2, 2, open, 3. E minor 7. For the majority of this, I'm leaving that 1st string out. I'll let you know when I'm incorporating it back in, but you could leave it out the entire time if you wanted. So we just constantly hear that note D on top, or whatever it is based on where you have the capo. So E minor 7, open 2, 2, open 3. And then to G major, still holding that pinky in place, I'm going to put finger 3 on string 6 and finger 2 on string 5, so that's frets 3, 2, open, open, 3, and then back to an E minor 7. So C add 9, E minor 7, G major, E minor 7, C add 9, and that just loops. E minor 7, G major, E minor 7, 2 beats apiece. So the strum pattern that we get from this kind of informs everything else. So I'm just going to play through it a couple times. I'll keep it slow. I'll call the strumming directions out, and this would be an initial thing to get down. It will help you with all the other stuff, all the other rhythms that you're going to be dealing with, which aren't too far off from this. So this is going to be Oops, sorry, started on the wrong chord. C add 9. So the E minor 7, the G, and the E minor 7 are all exactly the same. And the C add 9 is just a minor little variation. So the C add 9 is down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. The E minor 7, G major, and then the second E minor 7 are all going to be down, up, down, down, up. Down, up, down, down, up. All right, so listen for these smaller blocks, these smaller rhythms, combinations of 2 beats or 4 beats, and that'll help you hear everything, because when you listen to the whole song, or it's going at speed, it's difficult to digest, if you haven't trained your ear to hear that stuff. So all together, call out those strum directions, and then I'll just call out the chords. So C add 9, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. C add 9, E minor 7, G major, E minor 7. Once you start to speed that up, you hear that result, and you just got to find that groove first. That's all. So that gives us a big chunk of what we're going to be looking at in the other parts. So for the intro and the verse, what we hear at the very beginning, we've got an E minor 7, same fingering, G major, same fingering, D5. It's just going to be a 3-string chord. I'm playing open 4, string 3 fret 2, and string 2 fret 3. And I've still got that pinky on that 3rd fret of string 2, and then I'm using finger 1 on string 3 fret 2. Open 2, 3. So that's my D5. And then A7 sus4, all I do is take my index finger and move it up to string 4 fret 2. And that's it. That's a 5-string chord. And there I tend to incorporate that open E. I think I hear that in the recording, but it sounds good. So that is open, 2, open, 3, open. And the way that you gauge whether that high E rings out or not, I'm just using this kind of chunky part of my finger, right? That kind of loose skin that lightly touches the string, or I just move my hand out of the way and allow it to ring out. So you can see my hand doesn't move much, but you can see I'm shifting it down on that 1st string to mute it, or to let it ring out, which is a handy little trick to learn. So through that again, that's E minor 7, G, D5, A7 sus4, and then you repeat all that, E minor 7, and G, and D5, and A7 sus4, and again, E minor 7, and G, and D5, and A7 sus4, and then to a C add 9, same fingering as before, D5, and A7 sus4 for a full measure. That's the entire intro / verse section. So a little bit quicker, The only new chord in there is, well, we got the D5 and the A7 sus4, which are very similar. I've got fingers 1 and 4 there. That's on string 3 fret 2, string 2 fret 3, and then for the A7 sus4, move to string 4 fret 2, and that's pinky still staying in place. So this is going to be just strumming quarter notes, keeping the beat, and then I'll apply the strum pattern at a slow tempo. So E minor 7, G, D5, A7 sus4, and repeat all of that. E minor 7, and G, D5, A7 sus4, and repeat one more time. And G, D5, A7 sus4, and now C add 9, D5, and A7 sus4 for 4 beats. Alright, so all of that with the strum pattern. It's going to be very similar to what we just played for the chorus. The only thing that you're going to hear change is that A7 sus4, which is also a recurring little rhythm, and it involves a lot of up strums. So this gets a little bit more active, I guess, but just listen for it. I'll call the directions out once, but I'll just go through the entire form here. So this is the verse section. I'll go ahead and call that out with the directions, nice and slow, so you can hear what's going on with the variations there. Yeah, we'll just do that since I already went through the chords. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, 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 down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, down. This is the third time. Up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. Like I said, it gets a little ridiculous when you're calling out the directions like that. Maybe that'll help some of you. But so the majority of it is that down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down. It just kind of starts rolling. It's picking up steam through that little rhythm. It's just repeating over and over. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down. And then when we get to the A7 sus4 chord, we've got that little syncopated strumming, which is up, 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 down, up, down, up. And that happens on a few different chords, but it recurs on the A7 sus4 a lot. Up, 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 down, up, down, up. So the verse section / intro at speed sounds like this. that slow and really internalize those directions. But you know, for those of you that have a firmer understanding of rhythm, maybe some of that will be more obvious. But find the patterns. I think that's the best advice I can give you. So, you know, taking it slow and finding the patterns. And then we just got to go over the pre-chorus section. I'm not going to talk about the rhythm and the directions because it's all basically the same as what we've already gone over. It's just the ordering of the chords, the sequence of the chords. So, standard C major, D5. I'm using the same period as I was before, E minor 7. C major again, D5, E minor 7, C major, D5, and G, D over F sharp. I'll come back to that chord in a second. E minor 7, A7. So that little walk down was G major, which we've already seen, D over F sharp. I've got finger 1 on string 6, fret 2. I'm muting the 5th string. String 4 is open, so string 6, fret 2. String 5, muted. String 4, open. String 3, middle finger, finger 2, fret 2. And that pinky is still on string 2, fret 3. So that is G, D over F sharp, E minor 7, A7 sus4. So it's just a little listening for that bass line, G, F sharp, E, or 3, 2, open. So let me go through that with the quarter notes just a little bit quicker, and then I'll put the strum pattern over it, and then we'll be done. C and D5, E minor 7, and C, D5, and E minor 7, and C, D5, and G, D over F sharp, E minor 7, and A7 sus4. Strum pattern, I won't call out the directions, it's all going to sound very familiar from what you've already worked on. So quicker. So there's room for a lot of just kind of feeling the groove of the song there. You know, it doesn't have to always be 100% consistent, but that is a good way to practice it. And I can't emphasize enough slow practice. I tell that to my students all the time, and then they're always influenced by the recording. So the great thing about some, you know, these programs that exist, you can slow the music down. So if you have the track, you can actually do that on YouTube. You know, it's like 75% or 50%. So there's not a whole lot of utility there, but 75% speed will definitely help you to hear things and be able to process all the information. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. There's a lot there, but just, you know, take it in small doses and realize that it's all very similar. It's just putting the individual pieces together. Go back and listen to the beginning where I played through the verse section as is, and then the pre-chorus section and straight into the chorus section, and I looped the chorus section a little bit. Anyways, guys, have fun with it. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy to answer them. See you in the next video. Thanks a lot.